Yeah, and at this point, we can see that Vinneas is still not going to have any other buildings aside from the command center and refineries, aside from the triple barracks, starport, and factory. So he's just going to be pumping out units from there constantly, and his count for resources is still relatively low. So at this point, we're going to be seeing just a constant outflow of all of these units, and we can see that he's putting down these siege tanks so that uh, if this attack from Crimson comes, then they'll be damaged right from the start. And we can see that some of these units are a bit damaged already. The Raven here, now there's two of them, and we're probably going to be seeing some defense drones go up to stop, because the defense drones can stop all of the stalker missiles for 10 energy each of the
Yeah.
defense drones.
Also, I think his downfall in this game, truthfully, is his unit composition is just absolutely beautiful. Because whenever I first saw it, I thought that I couldn't think of something that could stop it whenever it's used effectively. The only thing I could think of would maybe be some zealots with their upgrades, or something like maybe a Lucky Dark Templar or some Phoenix or something, but I couldn't think of much. But his downfall in this is definitely that he did not build enough buildings. Like, he could have built a few more barracks with reactors, or a few more starports or factories, and get some more units out there. If you notice, he only has what, 4 tanks, 4 banshees, probably, I don't know, a handful of marines, and they're just going to get torn up from my army that's about to come in now.
And I think from this we definitely see kind of some of the strengths and weaknesses of the build. At one time you have to balance both the production, but at the other time you have to realize that you're going to have to add some more buildings in order to sustain a large enough army. And here we see two barracks going up and another starport already up with a tech lab. So we're going to be seeing more banshees and probably some marines or marauders at this point.
Yeah, and if you notice right now, he's kind of on the edge. He just lost another battle. He's at the brim of his expansion. He has very few tanks. I'm still producing units, and I have I guess a proxy pylon in the middle. I've already taken the high yield. I mean, by this point, it's we pretty much know who's going to win. He's just trying to survive as long as he can. And he already put out a defense drone whenever I wasn't attacking, which probably wasn't the best of ideas since it costs 100 energy anyway.
At this point, if we look at Vinneas' point of view, he does know about that high yield expansion, so he knows that he's going to be have to be prepared for force incoming soon. And we see on the next barracks that just went up, we're going to be seeing a reactor. So essentially, we're going to see the same unit composition as we've already seen before, with the Marines, siege tanks, and banshees. But at this point, simply because of the amount of gateways that are present here, and we also see a Stargate coming up, combined with the Colossi, simply by numbers, this is not going to last long. And we also see effective use of the Gravitron beam here by the Phoenix to make that siege tank
Yeah, I've been.
worthless.
I remember this match. And I was actually trying to work up to get the Phoenix and use that graviton beam, because I was trying to get, roughly 2 or 3, so that it would do the maximum damage to those siege tanks. But I just went with what I could, and I didn't actually know at the time exactly what these defense drones did. It seems kind of noobish of me, but I was just using it as though they didn't really mean much of anything, because I haven't really played Terran that much, or played any great Terrans that use Ravens so effectively.
What the defense drones do actually is, at the cost of 10 energy, out of a total of 200 stockpiled that they can have, they are going to intercept a missile. And a missile is, for example, the little laser shoot that the stalker shoots can be defined as a missile. And so, especially in an incoming attack, it can be a very effective kind of barrier almost. So, I mean, this is the end of this game. He knew it was over, and they were talking on vent. So, don't think it probably looks like he's a bad sportsman because it didn't say GG, but it probably said it
Yeah.
in vent.